Here, I've opened up Google Maps. You can see it. It's got Lenahan Intermediate School right here in the middle, and it's Google Maps. No big deal, but there are all kinds of things you can do with it if you know how. Uh, let's find some place. Over here in the search box, you can find particular addresses, specific addresses, or places, or just cities. Let's see how well this works. I'm going to look for Iowa State Capitol. Google did a good job of guessing where I'm wanting to go. There it is, the Iowa State Capitol, right in the middle of the page there. Now, here comes the fun part. I'm going to move this over a little bit. I'm going to ask for directions, how to get there. Okay. Now I got to choose a starting point. Let's just pretend we're taking a field trip from Lenahan. Search for Lenahan. And there we go. There's the route all mapped out. Uh, what's it say? 53 minutes to get there from here. 51.8 miles. Google's very good at measuring and knowing things. Um, let's see here. What can we do? Also, you see these gray routes down here or down here? Those are alternative routes. Let's just say we want to take a side trip. We didn't, or let's just say the diagonal was closed. We can grab the route in blue and move it. And it changes the route for us. And now it's going to take us an hour and 4 minutes. Not too much longer, but you'll see some territory maybe you've never seen before. Anyway, this is most useful for driving. Let me show you some things. Up here at the top, they have what's supposed to be like a train car. There apparently is not train service between Marshalltown and the state capitol. If there was, that train would not be grayed out. You could walk to the capitol from Marshalltown. I've got to clear that. If you wanted to walk, it's recommending this route. It would only take you 16 hours and 22 minutes. Yeah, a couple days. For you math people, you numbers people, you could divide divide the miles by the hours and figure out how quickly Google thinks people walk. Okay, but that's not much fun. Up next to the walking person, we have a bicycle. If you wanted to bike, there are several different routes. So look at this. There is a bike path all the way down here to Melbourne that is taking you in the back roads to keep you off of the main highways. But here, 5 hours and 4 minutes, that's a lot better than walking. Let's see what else is up here. Now, let's just say once we got to the Capitol, I'm going to go back to driving a car. That's how most people would get there. We want to go someplace else. How about we go to the mall to eat lunch? There's Jordan Creek Town Center, Jordan Creek Mall, right there. And there it is. That adds some time to the trip, of course. But look at that. We have directions on how to get there. Now, if you want the details, it'll give you turn-by-turn directions on where to drive. Now, I know most of you aren't driving yet, but this is sort of fun to imagine things. You can do other things with Google Maps also. If you've never been to Jordan Creek Town Center, you might wonder, well, what's this place look like? What's it got in it? I'm going to move it here to the center. I'm going to click on the satellite image down here in the corner. Click on it. Oh, now it's just like if you were flying over this part of Iowa. I'm zooming in. I'm using a mouse, but you could use the buttons on the side over here to the right. Okay. There is Jordan Creek Town Center. It tells you some of the places on the outside, gives you some ideas. There's the Cheesecake Factory, which is really good. Oh, where have I been? Where'd it go? Old Navy. Is it over here? Somewhere. There's Kohl's, Best Buy. Here's Costco. So, and this, is it here in this mall? There is a Wahlburgers. Very good burgers. Okay. Anyway, let's say you want to know what was inside the mall. Well, how are you going to do that? Fortunately, you come over here to the bottom right corner, grab this guy. He's called Peg Man. And fortunately, well, there's no place inside. Yes, there is. You can go inside to see what Jordan Creek Mall looks like. There's only one picture here. Not every mall has somebody has gone inside and taken a 360-degree picture, but some have. There's one picture you can see what the inside of Jordan Creek looks like. Okay. Many museums have interior pictures. A lot of them even have virtual tours that you can take. Okay. That's one way of seeing what's there. This little peg man, of course, you can drag anywhere there's a blue line. Let's drop him close to the mall. Let's drop him right here. Well, that's outside the theater. Okay, you can see what's there. I'm dragging around. Oh, not very crowded. Whatever day the Google car went through, can we see a shadow? Sometimes you can see the Google car shadow, and sometimes you can't. Anyway, and you can move yourself around the outside of the mall just like you can down your street. Go back here. I'm going to collapse that. Now, Google Maps can do things for you that to really help. Let's just say, see how big this parking lot is. There is a part of Google Maps that you could mark where you left your car so you can find it easier again. But like I said, most of you aren't driving yet, but that's something you can do later. There is a place you can check the weather. You can find that on your own. One nice thing that's interesting. Let me put Pegman back on the ground. Put him right here in this intersection, so I got a good view. Okay. Up here in the corner, where it says Street View, it's hard to tell, but that's a clock up there. That's a clock. And what you can do is you click on that clock, and the Google car has gone through in 2015 and 2019. Now, the mall hasn't changed a lot between those times, I'm sure. As you can see, it hasn't changed much at all. We'll go back to 2015, click it again. That's what it looked like in 2015. Not quite as sunny that day. But you can imagine if you did this like in front of your house, you can maybe see different views. Maybe things have changed over the year. So this little clock is just out of interest. Okay. One nice thing, well, let's just do this. You can measure distances on Google Maps. You can right click. I'm going to put the cursor over here. I can right click at the end of Dillard's store. Click on measure distance. See a little dot left behind. I'm going to come down. I'm going to mark a place on the center of the mall. Then at this end, whatever store that is. And it tells you down here at the bottom the total distance between the first point and the last point. is 1,781 feet, 0.73 feet, okay? Or 543 meters. All kinds of good stuff. Now, I'm showing you these things because next time we get together, you'll be using these. We're going to plan a trip. We're going to take a trip somewhere, and we're going to depend on you to use Google Maps to get us there and back safely. Anyway, enough about next time. If you wanted to know I'm going to clear the measurements. I right-clicked again. Let's just say you want to know how many square feet was inside the mall. Now, this is just going to be one level. I could right-click again, measure distance. I'm going to click on that corner, that corner, that corner, come over here, come over there. I'm just outlining the mall. And the little corner doesn't want to switch. Okay, come down here, come down here. I can't see. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Here, here. You can get as detailed as you want. Now, this is from a satellite hundreds of miles up in space, but it's surprisingly accurate. Let's see here. Look at the measurements down here. It says the total area in the mall. It measures area for you. Over 689,000 square feet. That's just one level, which is little over 1 square mile. That is a lot of area. And I just realized the distance here is the perimeter around. So it's over a mile around the mall buildings. If you want to take a walk someday, that might be good for you. I'm going to clear the distance and we're going to move on. Let me get out of here. Now, like I said, Google Maps can be practical. It can be just fun. Now, this may have been a little boring for you up to now, but you can have some fun with it. Let's clear out that search. Let's go someplace other than Iowa. What you can do, you can go visit the setting of some books. Where should we go? Well, if you've read or seen any of the Harry Potter movies, you know that he leaves from platform 9 3/4 from King Cross Station in London, England. I'm going to search for that. There it is. Oh, it's even on the map. Harry Potter shop at platform 9 3/4 at King's Cross Station. It's a restored 19th century railway station. You can find all kinds of things just sitting here looking at the map. Oh, I wonder what that Harry Potter shop looks like. I'm going to drop in on it. There it is. Well, that's a restaurant. Very nice looking English restaurant. But I'm going to zoom in a little bit. You can zoom in really close on some of these things. It's a souvenir shop. As you can see, I'm going to grab Pegman, drop him in on one of these blue dots. Boom. And here's the Harry Potter gift shop. Looks like a lot of the Weasleys. You've got all kinds of helpers running around. I forgot what they were called. So if you're interested in Harry Potter memorabilia, oh, there's owls, all kinds of things. Okay. That's just one thing you can do. You can confirm the setting of some famous books if the setting is in real life. What other famous books are there? Um, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to clear that search. I'm going to see Hunger Games movie set in France. Here we go. Did you know it really existed? Temporarily closed. Okay. Not much to see there. I wonder what Pegman will show us. Oh, let's see here. This is a setting for some of the big scenes in the movie. There is an abandoned village, I don't know the name of it, that the setting for District 13. Okay, so you can visit the settings of some famous books. Okay, we're in France. Okay, while we're in France, let's visit someplace famous. Let's go to the Eiffel Tower. How about that? Well, we know Eiffel Tower is in Paris. Paris is a big city, so I'm going to search for the Eiffel Tower. And there it is, right there. It's a symbol for it anyway. You get close enough, and you realize what you're looking at is the Eiffel Tower from the top. It's a pretty neat place. I'm going to put Pegman down on the street, see what we can see. Nope, not there. Turn around, boom. There is the Eiffel Tower in Paris, a little close to it. Okay, a little close. It's been the scene of many famous movies, books. I noticed as I was dragging Pegman over there, there's this square. Wonder if that's one of the observation platforms from up top. It is. And there you have the city of Paris. I told you it was big. Look at that. Look at all those houses. I don't know if I want to live there or not. Come over to this corner. Look around the corner. There's the River Seine. This you probably have a better view on Google Maps than you do if you actually visit the place. Look at that. It's a big city. I bet you hundreds of people will go up there every hour. I can only imagine how many tourists they get every day. Okay, you can visit famous places. You can go anywhere that you want to go. Long as we're in Europe, uh, someplace I would like to visit to look at the architecture and the museums is the Vatican in Rome. And here, if you ever watch the news, this is the big open area where the Pope comes out and thousands of people can sit when it's not COVID. Now, on Google Maps, I've been onto the inside of the Vatican before. Watch this. I'm dropping Pegman on one of those blue circles. Got some people that have become all discombobulated, but look at this. This is the interior of the Vatican. Look at the architecture. Can you imagine how long it took people to carve those columns and the little statues and the things like that? Now, with these 360 photos, you can't go from one place to the other. You have to come back out and drag Pegman to a different spot. Oh, he dropped outside. Oop, I hate to sit underneath that and have it fall on me. But this is the outside, the exterior of the Vatican that I showed you that big open courtyard before. Where else should we go? Oh, we're in Rome. I think we should go see the Colosseum, where gladiators used to fight. And there it is. A couple thousand years ago, thousands of people would sit in this place and watch gladiators and animals fight. They were even able to flood the floor with water and had ship battles out there. Now, if you don't know what the Colosseum is, you've probably seen pictures of it from the outside. So let's This is the outside, which the view that most people are familiar with. That is the Colosseum. It's over 2,000 years old in Rome. Where else can we go that maybe would be on your bucket list? I know one place I've been to already, but I would like to go back to again is the Grand Canyon here in the United States. Grand Canyon, Arizona. There it is. It's huge. It's deep and it's beautiful. It's a great place. There's the Colorado River going right through it. Okay. I'm going to zoom back in. Pipe Creek Rest House. I'm trying to find. I use Pegman. Looks like people taking pictures from the top. Look at that. All kinds of pictures of the Grand Canyon. The rim up here is almost a mile above the river at the bottom. Whoever took this picture was partway down into the canyon. Maybe you'd like to go to Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Strip, see all the hotels. Oh, there's M&M's World. Oh, let's see what that's like. There it is. M&M World, right next to Coca-Cola, next to Outback Steakhouse. This looks like some music place down there. Let's see what that is. Oh, Hard Rock Cafe. Okay. Look at that. You're in Vegas. And it's not 100 degrees like it is out there in the desert. It can be a very hot place. I've only been there once, and that was in the airport. I never got out of the airport. All kinds of things to do there. And if you wonder what the surrounding area is like, not much out there. It's surrounded by desert. There's Lake Mead, and that is dammed up. I'm going to see if I can. Where's Hoover Dam there? I'm going to zoom back in. There's Hoover Dam. That is blocking the river, the Colorado River, that makes Lake Mead. I wonder. Here we go. Let's see if we can go down and see the river. Or the lake. There it is. There's a lake on one side. This white line along the side is where they've cleared and cut rock to make the lake on the side. Let's see if we can't go. We can't get to that side. Oh well. Use your imagination and go some famous places. Even places you want. Here's Area 51, someplace that you are not allowed to visit on the ground. You can see from the air. And let's just see. I'm going to zoom in as close as I can. They must have erased. Well, here's some things that they've blocked out. The Google people have blocked out from the satellite image. The government's asked them not to show anything. Oh, there is one jet there. That's Area 51. Most people have never ever seen that unless you worked in there because they keep most of the public way back. Use your imagination. Go anywhere in the world that you want to go. Maybe even your own house. Why don't you give that a try? Can you find your house if you search for Marshalltown? From here, could you find your house? If not, you could type in your own address. That's enough of me talking for now. Why don't you just have some fun with Google Maps And remember, next time we get together, I have this project for you. You're going to help me plan a trip. So have fun. Good luck. We'll talk to you next time.